Okay, so my hair does not want to cooperate with me today, and my sister's in the background because I'm going to need her help for some of this. Hey guys, it's me, Raelyn, and for this week's video, I'm going to be explaining my 5-sauce experience. So I'm not going to make this such a long video because, like, nobody wants to see a long video. So let's get started. So the first 5-sauce concert I went to of this year was, Sounds Live, Feels Live, Hershey, July 10th. So, if you didn't know already, I was supposed to have a meetup. See, my day was just not going good as it was. I had 1 hour of sleep because I was so excited the day before. Like, I literally had 1 hour of sleep. The following day, I had a party. I got home at around 4 a.m. And, it was just horrible. So I woke up the day of the concert at 4 a.m. I slept legit, like, for at least an hour, maybe like an hour and a half. Renee, you gotta stay awake, girl. I'm gonna need you. So I get up at 4 o'clock and I'm like, all right, man, this is gonna be good. We're gonna get there, gonna have my meetup, everything's gonna be great. Maybe I'll meet 5-sauce. We'll never know. So I'm ready. I finish getting ready about like 7 o'clock, and then I pick up my camera. I'm like, let's start vlogging. So I start vlogging, and I legit have like, it's literally like 7:30 in the morning. My mom started getting ready at 10 o'clock. So I'm sitting in my room, you know, jamming and stuff, doing what like you do on a normal.
Disney quizzes.
I was playing Disney quizzes that day too. My cousin Erin was actually over, who's legit like in every single one of my YouTube videos. So my cousin came, and we ended up being very late to, my other cousin came. We ended up being very late to her. So we get to the venue about like an hour and a half before like the doors open. So the doors open at 6. So we got there around like 4:30. We left at 11. I was in a car for almost 4 hours. No, that's a lie. For 3 hours. About 3 hours. Because I live in New Jersey. Okay? And then Hershey's like on the other side of the flipping world. So we get there. We decide to have lunch in like the Hershey chocolate world, I guess you can say. Is that what it's called?
It was gross. Well, it was okay.
Yeah, I hated that every like 5-sauce fan that was legit there was in like a bra top. Like, no. Can we just bring it back to my concert video? So I just had like a salad. We leave. We take a tram over to where they have the stadium, just because, like, you know. So I'm gonna show you the merch I got. So first, I got this red bracelet. I'm not gonna mention the blue bracelet because that's day 2. I got this. I got this lanyard. Cute. Has all the North American dates, and I think this was yeah, I got their little posters. I'm not gonna read what they say because I kind of already mentioned them, I think, in my vlog.
And you got the 3 a.m. bracelet self-promo.
Yeah, so yeah, let me explain the line that we had to get on. So we get on the line, and the way it goes, let's just pretend this is the actual stadium. The line went like this. So this is the actual stadium. Here's the security area. Line starts here. Da-na-na-na-na. It does this weird curve thing, and then it curves in. I don't know. It did like a weird curve thing. I don't know. It went like this. I don't know. The line was just...
It was like a piece of spaghetti when you throw it on the floor and it's like, oh, wiggle.
Yeah. It was crazy because it was literally, you're in a parking lot, the way the line works. So you're like smushed in between cars. We were online for about like 20 minutes, but it was a long line, and we got there like 20 minutes before the doors opened, and we were surprised because Hershey can hold like, what? How many people can Hershey hold? If there were 1,500 people at sound check, like,
just
I don't...
imagine what a football field can hold.
I don't know. But, so, we get there. We get in, 3 p.m., they were like, yo, you want our bracelet? So I got this from them. So you guys should check them out. Oh, why doesn't it show 3 p.m. part? Here it is. They're cute. Check them out. They're really nice. Great music. Get in, everything smoothly. I already texted the people who I was supposed to have a meetup with. I can't go because I already arrived late. So, we get in. I literally turned to everybody. I'm like, if you want food, you are getting it now. You're not getting it during a concert, because if one of us goes, everyone goes. Everyone was like, okay. We get in, find our seats. Renee turns. She's like, I kind of want chicken fingers.
I have 3 cotton candies and chicken fingers.
And I look at her, I'm like, we just got to our seats, and now you want chicken fingers? So, I was like, I'm not getting up. Okay, so she goes with my older cousin, Erin, who's legit like my sister. So, they go, because she's older, she's almost 18. She goes, gets her food, right? And then I was like, you know what? Anybody need to go to the bathroom now? So, it was only just me and my older cousin, Erin, who went. Renee was like, nah, I don't need to go. Emily's like, nah, I'm okay. So I'm like, great, I'm leaving two 13-year-old girls.
Don't put my age.
2 13-year-old girls.
No, just say two tweens.
2 tweens sitting there. But there were like parents around and security was like by our section and stuff. So like it was pretty cool.
Wait.
So we come back, we get to our seats, right? These girls come over and they're like, so how Hershey is, it's the pit and then it starts A, B, C, D, E. And then the 2 sides. So it goes double A, double B, double like that. Because it's like that. So you're either on this side or you're on this side. And so they come over and they're like, these are our seats. And we turn to them, we're like, no. And my older cousin, she's like, can I see your ticket? And she sees they have like double E and she's like, oh, you see double E is up there. Like the farthest tier. Like the farthest seat away. And they're like, no. And then they like leave. So my cousin goes to security and she's like, are these our correct seats? And security's like, yeah. And she's like, okay, thank you. So I was like, okay, no.
That's me.
So the concert starts. One OK Rock was awesome. That's all I could say. And then Luke Hemmings comes on, like, Michael comes on, everyone starts screaming, and I was like, hold me down, hold me down. I was, like, flipping out. Like, we were so close. I can see Michael Clifford's sweat dripping off his face. Like, that's how close we were. And they had, like, the section, like, little panels where you can see what the heck is going on. And I was, like, flipping out. I was like, oh, my God, we're so close. We're upgrading. You know what? This is great, you know? Okay. So it starts perfect, you know, until we get to about permanent vacation where they have like the talk and they can make their own song. Renee, I'm gonna need you for this part. So Michael is like, yo, I think like the French fry stand and the gyro stand are like competing against each other. And like, I was like, nah, man.
Hey, we're gonna be doing a signing at the French fry stand over there afterwards.
Can someone get a gyro and pass it?
Stop giving gyros shout-outs. We need balance in between gyros and French fries so that they don't get jealous.
We'll get some gyros, French fries, and we'll pass it to the front of the stage.
Because they're right next to each other, and I think that they get really jealous of each other.
And he's like, yo, we're gonna have a little meetup, a little signing at the gyro stand. So, like, my sister, I look over at her, I'm like, yo. And then I look over at Erin, and I'm like, yo. And I look over at Emily, because Emily's sitting right next to me, I'm like, yo. So, because I'm older, me and Erin are both older, Erin says to me, she's like, listen, I'll take Renee, we'll get online for the gyro stand. They were the first people in line. So I was guaranteed to, like, you know. So they leave. I'm with Emily, like, you know, we're getting ready. I think, what song? We were on, like, She's Kinda Hot, right? I get a call from Erin in the middle of the concert. Yo, we're having a great time. We're first in line. But I have some bad news. The meetup was like, it was for real. Like, it was supposed to happen. This was a real thing. I'm like, Jim, and I'm like, she's kind of, what do you mean bad news? She's like, there's like a fight going on. And I'm like, what? And Renee, explain how this went down.
There were fist fights behind us, and people were trying to attack us in line since we were in the front.
Because how it goes, so say this is the gyro stand, right? I'm going to use the slime again. Let's face it this way. The line was like this, and it went straight down. So my sister,
way to the end of the concert, like
yeah, down where like the gates were. My sister and my cousin were first in line. So I was like pumping. I was like, yes, okay. Like finally, after like almost 4 years, man, we're gonna get this, okay? We're gonna, like, I was ready for this. I was like, I look good, great. I got things for them to sign. And then I get this call and I'm like, what? And she's like, Yeah, they're kind of they're like removing everybody from like the line. Like, if you're not buying food, you gotta skedaddle. And I'm like, oh, girl, no.
No, but there was one security guard and he was like, you know what, you guys were here first, just sit here.
Yeah, they were like, just sit here. Because literally, I sent my sister legit, like, there were 5 songs maybe left at the concert. So they've been sitting there for a while. Anywho, so this girl had like an anxiety attack and they had to remove her. The girls who were having the fist fight, it was just crazy. And then to get out of there was even more crazy. So they finished. She looked so perfect. And I look at Emily, I'm like, girl, you better be ready to run. This isn't a One Direction concert, but you have to be ready to run. So I look over and our aisle's cleared, like, because we were the start of like our first aisle. And, like, they're finishing, they're going, dun, 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 dun. And when it's done, they finish bowing. They're walking off. Ashton's baptizing people with his water bottle, you know, and his drumsticks. Like, it was crazy. They leave the stage. I'm like, run! And we're running, like, because, like, I'm slower than a dang pigeon walking.
You guys took so long that the meet and greet, actually, they removed every single person.
Yeah.
And Aaron sat in the middle.
Wait, you're going to talk about the French fry girl. So imagine, like, she looked so perfect, still going on. My sister and, like, my cousin are still aligned. So this person comes up to the front of the line, and Aaron and Renee are like, yo, we were here first. The guy's like, you have to leave. And she's like, no. And he's like, yeah. And then she's, like, talking to the guy, and he's like, you have to leave. And she's like, why? I want French fries. Wait, you imitate her.
Okay. Are you the security guard?
Yeah, I'll be the security guard. Excuse me, the meetup's not happening.
Well, excuse me, sir. I just want to get me some French fries, bro.
But you have to leave the line. You kind of weren't here first.
Customer service, I want me some French fries, buddy.
Is that it?
Yeah, and then she just kept arguing.
Yeah, she kept arguing. So I'm calling my cousin. I'm like, hey, where are you? And she's like, where? So how it goes, here's the food stand, and then there's like the white tile for like the floor part.
People recorded us.
So they're standing in the middle, and I guess like some song was on. I don't know. Let's pretend
it was Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters to promo Girls Talk Boys, right? They're standing in the middle, like, I don't know, whatever this move is called.
I would do it, but I'm so tired.
It's like the pelvic thrust in the middle of the floor where everybody has to go to leave the concert.
And we had like this big circle, like it was
and
like
they're screaming Raelyn, Emily, and I'm like, oh.
And then we were like, subscribe to Raelyn.
Yeah, they were like, subscribe to thatsoraelyn, and I'm like, nope, I gotta leave. Like,
so
I was
doing the pelvic thrust, and then Erin was spinning around.
Yeah, she was spinning around.
Like a butterfly. She was like,
And so I was like getting out of the concert. I'm like, yo, where are you guys? And Renee's like, you don't hear us screaming? And I look over and they're dancing in front of the thing. So I'm like, security, my family's back in there. Like, they're like, yeah, you can go back in. We go, we get them. I look at the gyro stand and I just look and I'm like, French fries suck anyways. But in my mind, I was like,
no, but they took the gyro stand down so they can leave.
Yeah, they closed it down. That and the French fry stand, they closed that down too. And why did I say French fry second? I was like,
no, like they actually picked up the gyro stand and removed it.
Yeah, anybody who was going weird, they were like, you can't be here and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty much the highlight of the first 5 Sus concert.
I think that was the only reason why I wanted to go. Something good to happen, and so I could witness something funny.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to July 10th, which was Sounds Like Feels Like Homedale. I forgot to mention, I saw Jack Hemmings at Sounds Like Feels Like Hershey. I still saw him at Homedale anyways.
Man,
so
the pillows are terrible.
Thanks, girl. So I go with a bunch of my friends. So I go with my friends DJ, Becca, and Holly because they're very they need to be in this school. My mom's driving us to the concert. Like, we're getting nothing wrong.
The van story.
What van?
With 5 Sus's Snapchat.
Oh my god. Ah! Okay. So, like, you know, we get to the venue and stuff. I say to my friends, I'm like, yo, I'm here. And then I say to my friends Skylar and Kenzie, if you don't know, they have YouTube channels. They were here too. So we had lawn seats. which I loved our lawn seats because I can also see what the heck was going on stage. So they weren't that bad. Like, they were not bad lawn seats. I was the first row of lawn seats. So it goes the gate, and I was literally right there. And I was on Michael's section again. Actually, I was like kind of like Michael, Luke. I was like split. So, you know, we let them in. I see a golf cart. I'm like, no way. And I'm screaming because like Callum and Ashton are there, you know, just going. So I'm looking on their Snapchat. I'm like, yo, I see them. Like, I see them. They were literally in front of me. So like, I was like the first line. I was the first, like, the way to get into the concert, there's different lines. We were the first flipping line. So I had such a good view of Five Sauce. Okay. So I'm looking on Five Sauce's Snapchat. I see my mom in their Snapchat. Like, I see her van is legit in the Snapchat. I'll insert a picture here. My mom was in their video too, but I couldn't save it to my phone. So, but like her van was like legit in the video, and I was like, Mom, you're in Five Sauce's Snapchat. And she's like, what? Really? I thought it was security in there. I'm like, yeah, it's Callum and Ashton and security riding behind them. And she's like, whoa, that's so cool. And I was like, ah. So, anywho, we get into the concert after I cry my eyes out, right? And, you know, the first thing we do is we go and we get good lawn seats because, like, it was a muddy mess. Homedale was, like, a flippin', like, sewer. It was just all muddy and, like, gross. The amount of stairs I had to climb just to get there, you know, like, that was not, no, man, that was not, I should not have done that. We go, we get seats. We're the first line of gates. And then I go with my friend DJ because we wanted to get merch. So we go, and I'm going to show you guys what I got from the merch stand. So I got this Sounds Live Feels Live shirt. Pretty basic. And then I got a blue bracelet because I figured I needed two, right? And then I got their program book thingy. Is that what you call like a program book? I don't know. It's very big compared to me, like. Anywho, so it was going great, you know, like, I think that's all I really got. Yeah, that's all I got. So, yeah. So, I forgot what I was saying. So we come back, and then my friend Becca, she's like, yo, I'm hungry. So I was like, okay, like, let's go. I didn't eat anything that day. Like, I ate nothing. So I was hungry too, but I didn't get anything to eat. So we go, I get a lemonade because, like, who doesn't like lemonade at concert? But the lemonade was about this big. So I'm, like, standing there rocking out to, like, One OK Rock and Hey Violet, and I chucked that thing in the garbage. Like, are you videotaping me, Renee? It was a muddy mess how Homedale's lawn seats went and goes like this on a cliff. So, you know, I'm walking down, and I slipped, but, like, it wasn't like I fell, but I just, like, you know how Callum slipped in the one video on stage at Wembley, I think? And he slipped, and he, like, kind of fell. It was kind of like that, but I didn't fall. So I was like, I was wearing white Converse and stuff. It was just not good. So, yeah. So the concert was good. And then we started to get to, like, I think Callum was saying, I have some bad news. We were like, what? And he's like, the concert, we're only halfway through the concert, which I knew he was going to say because he says it like, he said it at Hershey too. So I knew he was going to say that. My mom calls me. I'm like, okay. And she's like, Raelyn, you have to leave the concert right now. And I'm like, Mom, this is flipping Five Sauce. I'm not leaving for, like, no. And she's like, there's a huge car accident. A car is flipped over on the side of the road. People are screaming and everything. And it's mayhem. And I'm like, oh my God, I am not leaving Five Sauce. I'm like, Mom, listen, I'm not leaving Five Sauce. I mean, I know I already saw them a lot, but I took my friends with me. And I'm pretty sure they want to see Five Sauce too, and it's not fair that I'm going to take away this experience from them. And remembering that, and she's like, okay, you can stay. I'll just try and get to a parking space. So we get there. So she gets there. She's like, okay, I'm all good. She got me a t-shirt too, which was nice. And what was I going to say? What else happened? Oh, we finished the concert. People were, okay, so I was a little crazy at the concert. Like, I got a little too excited at both concerts. I'll insert just like a 1-minute video of what it looks like. Come on, Michael! Mine! Oh my God, Quiles! Yeah! Yes! Come on, Quiles! Yeah! Ashton! Yes, Callum! Yes! Come on! Come on, Callum! You're coming close now. We're at the station. You got me close. Oh my God! Oh my God! Come on, Callum! Yes, Callum!
Let's go.
She gets big friends! Rebecca! Yes! Milk is real! I'm emo touch. Okay. As you can see, I was a little crazy. A lot of people were like, oh my God, like, can I follow you on Instagram and stuff? You're funny. And I was like, yeah. And then people were like, they were recording me on their phones. And like, I did it to spite them back. So like, they were, cause I was crazy. I was like, okay. And then they started recording me. I was like, don't stop. And they were like, and I was like, yeah, see, now you're not going to annoy me the rest of the show. Cause they kept annoying me. Like, they were turning around. They were like laughing at me. And I'm like, if you're like, how are you not enjoying the concert? They're just like standing there like this and like bobbing their heads. Like, not even like, I was furious because like they had like closer seats than I did. But you know what? It's okay. So I saw Jack Hemmings and I saw Liz. Okay, they were like not in lawn, but they were like walking around, and I was just like so amazed. So it was here, and Jack and Liz were like walking here to this section so you could get behind and backstage. And my friend Lauren, she Snapchats me. She met Hey Violet. But anywho, she Snapchats me and she's like, yo, Raelyn, Jack and Liz are like coming your way, and I think Celeste is coming your way. And I'm like, oh, stop. So I'm looking and I see Jack Hemmings, and I'm just like, you are a fine specimen. And he's wearing his little like shirt that says Hemmings, or like his autograph, and like I was like, yo, concert was good. It took me about 3 minutes to find my mom, but I ran into my cousin. She was there too, Emily. She was at Homedale. She said a couple of like, she had like they brought like seats and stuff, but so like she was in lawn too, but like she was like, I guess on Luke's side, but like she wasn't up to the gate like I was. She was like on Luke's middle side. So I met her. I like see this person hug me. I'm like, and she's like, hey. I was like, hi. I guess she could hear my voice with panicking because my mom was on the other side where it was. So we came out this section because we were on Luke/Michael's side, and then my mom was on Callum's side, like full on, like his section of the parking lot. So we had to make our way all the way down there, and the ride back was good. And yeah, I was tired. I got no sleep either that day, and yeah, that was basically my concert experiences. I hope it helped and you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up, because everyone likes thumbs ups, and so do I. I've been getting a bunch of Twitter notifications during this, and I'm missing the 5 Sauce Radio thing, but that's okay. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see last year's 5 Sauce experience, and if you want to see my One Direction experience, the Bob Duncan experience, you can click the 2 links I'll have down below for you. And yeah, peace out, my features. I can't say this today, and it's frustrating me. Peace out, my futuristic subscribers. I'll see you next week with another fantastic video. All the love, Ray. Yeah. Cheap things. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is I live in America, so this stuff is from America, and Primark, or some people say Primark, I say Primark, is not an American-based shop, but they recently opened